Hi, and welcome to Messages from Spirit. Here we are at the end of another week. I'm sure it's been a busy one. I know there's lots of shops and entrepreneurs in the area in Hastings County that are very busy because today starts the Hastings County and Friends Christmas market tour. So if you're out and about or looking for a reason to be out and about, check out their Facebook page, find out what businesses are taking part, and go around and see the local gems that we have in our area. Now, today, it's that time again where you get to choose one of three cards. I'm going to hold them up, and whatever one resonates with you, choose card number 1, 2, or 3. I'll then reveal the message, and at the end, put the three cards together to see what message there is for all of us. And just a reminder that I do private readings, group readings, as well as personal coaching sessions, hypnosis, teach a lot of workshops. So sign up for the newsletter found on mindfuljourney.ca, and that way you'll be kept in the know of what's coming up, either online or in person. So especially with the winter coming up, I'm looking at having my monthly healing circle gathering online, so no one has to worry about going out in the weather. However, this month we will have one the last Monday of November, and that will be it until next year, because the next one would fall right in the middle of the holidays. All right, here we go. Shuffling the deck. What card will it be? And I am instructed to stop here. So card number 1. Card number 2. Card number 3. Again, here's card number 1. Does that call your name? Card number 2 or card number 3? Got your number? Here we go. Card number 1 is the crone. And what she's saying today is forgiveness. Have you been struggling with something? Someone? Remember that forgiveness isn't necessarily about the other person. It's about yourself. It's your own personal healing. If someone has said, done something that has hurt you, you feel has upset you, made you angry, although you're choosing to be that way, then by forgiving them, you're cutting the cord that connects you to them, that connects you to that moment, to that emotion. It's not necessarily that you want to be cut off from that person altogether, but that experience and the emotion that has come from that. If you don't forgive, it's always there. It's always going on in the back of your mind. It'll always be a trigger for you, no matter how long ago it happened. You'll find that there are certain things that come up that trigger that same response from you, or that emotional response especially from you. By forgiving someone, it doesn't mean that you're saying what you said or did was right. What you are saying is that I have learned from this, and I am no longer allowing that experience to keep me in the past, to hold me back. We have to watch sometimes that we don't use these emotions and these triggers as an excuse for us not moving forward, remaining the victim of a circumstance. Pull up your own self-worth, your own desire to move forward, and give yourself permission to forgive not only other people, but yourself. You know, here's a newsflash. Sometimes we are the person that has done something that has caused a disturbance, that has hurt someone. And I realize sometimes we do it, we don't realize we've done that. And we have to remember that other people are the same. that they maybe don't realize that they even did anything that hurt us. Now, to forgive doesn't mean you have to go up to that person and you have to rehash everything all over again. It can be done quietly, on your own. Take a few moments, take a meditation where you'll sit quietly and you look at that and you say, I forgive you for that experience. And again, it doesn't mean that you're saying, oh, well, that's okay, you can do it again. No, it's what, now you look at it, what did I learn from this? What positive thing did I learn from this? You can actually turn around and thank them for teaching you a life lesson. Remember, we go through life and we have lessons we need to learn. If we don't learn it, that same thing will happen again. So perhaps you've now learned and you can let go. It's very important. And the same for things of ourselves. We all have done things in the past that we wish we hadn't have done. We acted at the spur of the moment, maybe out of anger, maybe out of jealousy, or just what it, even sometimes the best intentions. We did what we thought was the right thing to do, and then on reflection realized maybe we could have handled something differently. Guess what? You can't go back and change it, but you can forgive yourself. And the same thing applies. What did you learn from that? Perhaps you learned how to handle a situation better. Maybe you learned compassion. A lot of things can come from that. So give yourself forgiveness. That's your message for this upcoming week. Now, those that chose card number 2, you got the Maiden, and she's about self-confidence. Are you struggling right now, feeling that you're not good enough, you're not worthy? Perhaps there's something that you'd like to do, like to take part in, but you are holding back because you don't think you can do it as well as other people, so you're not going to go. Perhaps there's that, I keep getting here, somebody out here is trying to write. You don't think you can write good enough. You know what you have to start? Just start writing things down and putting them together. Even if it's just for yourself, do that journaling. Get that pen out. Get that computer screen up on a document and start typing away, whatever works for you. Don't let your lack of self-confidence hold you back from being all you can be. I feel there's some of you that chose this card as well that are looking at stepping into a new career, and that can be work-related, and it can also be on your spiritual path. Don't be afraid of that either. Holding back, self-doubt, staying in what was a comfort zone, doing what you always do, means you're living in the past. To do things that you know, you're calling on your memory, and your memory is from our past. If you're worrying about how to move forward, you're worrying about things that have not yet happened. But by thinking about them, you start to create your reality. So if you're looking at the negative, if you're telling yourself, I can't do that, I'm going to fail, all of those sorts of things, even if you're trying to slowly move forward, you already have told yourself you're not going to make it, you're going to fail. So you need to give yourself a little injection of some self-confidence, and I don't mean that literally, go do something that way. I mean that self-talk, that love of self, and do things that help you to feel empowered. That's what I try to do here with our morning meditations, is to give you that opportunity, that few minutes a day, that 15 minutes, sometimes 20, sometimes 10, but to sit quietly and get to know yourself. You are a beautiful being of light here having a human experience, as we all are. Some seem to be going through that a lot easier than others, but we're all here to have that experience, and how we experience is unique to each one of us. So just let go of comparison. That's the worst thing that we have ever done to ourselves, is comparing our life to someone else's. We need to focus on our own. Where is it you want to go? What is it you want to do? Start by making a plan for yourself a little bit, and be okay if you go off track now and then, because a lot of times the best lessons are learned through through those detours. But right now you're to focus on yourself. Do something that helps you to give you that self-confidence. Take that chance and pat yourself on the back. There's not really a failure ever. There's always successes, because just taking that first step, trying something new, that is what you need to do. Many people that we look upon, that we ourselves consider to be successful, have had, to them, many failures along the way. But they've learned from each one. That's built their confidence up, that's built their knowledge up, so that they continue on through life. So this is what you need to do. You can do this. You got this. If you got a plan, go into it with all the confidence that you can muster up, and just keep at it, because the more you do that, the more worthy you feel, because you are worthy to have joy and love in your life. All right, so that's a little lecture for card number 2. Card number 3 is again the crone, and she is showing us teacher. Double meaning here. There are some of you, and I'm just going to start repeating what I'm getting. This is one in particular who's listening today. You have much knowledge inside of you, and it's time for you to share. You've been thinking about doing talks. You've been thinking about, again, I get the writing down things. People can learn from your experiences. You may think that they're nothing grand, or no one's going to be interested. That's not true. You have much to do to help someone else. Being a teacher as well, for some of you others that are getting this, it isn't all about standing in front of a classroom in our, what we think of like teaching children or university, college, all those things. Teacher in your everyday life. Again, there are people that are looking up to you, that are watching what you do, and they're thinking, well, I wonder how she does that. It can be as simple as a recipe that you have, and you've taken it somewhere. Share that with people. Don't hold on to that. Be that teacher for them. Within your family, I feel that there is one of you listening, that you are the go-to person that people come to when they have a problem, for example, and they need someone to listen. Being a teacher isn't always about sharing your knowledge or sharing your experiences, but sometimes it's a big part of that is holding space for people, where they feel safe in coming and kind of letting it out. And I feel that that's your position with friends and family. And sometimes that weight can get a little heavy, because you wonder, who do I talk to? Well, you can look for that teacher. I feel that there is someone in your life that you think, well, I would like to just go and have a cup of tea with them and just chat about where I'm going and what I'm doing. And you've maybe done that, and that's good. You do have to watch, though, that you don't step over boundaries there either, that you make that person feel as though that's all they ever hear from you is your, I'll say, complaining. But there are people in your life that are there to teach you. So maybe listen a little bit more to what they're trying to tell you, or what they're explaining to other people. Even something like this. Is there something that you can gain from just listening to programs like this, or taking part in the morning meditations, that will be a type of instruction for you? All right, so let's see how we put it all together. Remember, our first card was about forgiveness. That's where we're starting, and that's the important thing right now. Self-confidence and teacher. All right, this is about the road you need to travel, and it all starts with forgiveness. We can't successfully be that teacher that can genuinely help someone else until we learn to forgive ourselves, until we learn to forgive other people. It's really hard to teach someone and suggest that to someone when we ourselves are holding on to things from our past. So do that self-reflection. Learn about those triggers that you still have. You might not even realize at first that you have, that you're still holding on to something. But allow yourself to let it go. And it can be as simple as doing your meditation and just saying that I am willing now to let go of this, and to recognize the emotions attached to this trigger, so that when that comes up in your life, you think, wait a minute, that's not what's going on now. That's attached to my past, and I'm letting it go. Right? Sometimes we need to put a little ritual with that, writing it out and burning it as a sign to ourselves, that's it, I'm done, completo, out of here. So the overall message is for forgiveness. What results from that then is our own self-confidence. There could be something from our past where someone has said something to us, has done something, and we've been harboring that, which has led to us feeling as though we're not good enough, we're not worthy enough. And once we recognize where that's coming from, again, we let it go so that we can start building our own self-confidence up in order that we can move forward to be that teacher, to be that one that we can now share with someone else, that we don't have to go into all the details, but even just to simply say, I know that I used to hold on to negative emotions and reactions to situations that all rooted in my past. But once I let them go, I can see positive ways to move forward. I'm going to share with you those positive ways and things that you can do. It can also be that to look for the teachers, look for the people that can help you find that path. Maybe have a coaching session. Maybe even just have a reading. Read a book. All those things that get your mind thinking about ways that you can help yourself. I hope that message from Spirit, and I don't need to hope, I know that that will bring some clarification for some of you, maybe total confusion for the rest, but it will get you thinking. Have a beautiful day. Enjoy this weekend as, again, the Hastings County Christmas tour is underway. Find out what shops are available. Who needs an excuse to go shopping? At least go look around. Have a great time. And we'll see you on Monday. Namaste.